So I'm down by the River Severn, and in this video I'm going to look at the middle course of the river. Now we've dropped down to the middle course of the river, around about 130 metres. And what we can see is a considerable difference in the landscape. The cross profile has widened and you start to see meanders forming. Now meanders are bends in the river that are carved out by lateral erosion and deposition. As meanders migrate across the valley floor, they're going to start to erode towards each other. The neck of the meander will narrow and eventually break through to form a new straighter channel. This will leave oxbow lakes, which contain the remaining water. So we're going to break down over the next few diagrams the main features of a meander. In this first example, you clearly see where the neck is, where again those bends of the river start to get closer to each other. We've also got the slip-off slopes identified, which are always on the inside of the bend, and that's where all the material is deposited. So that leads us into the outside of the river bends, where we get these river cliffs forming from erosion. So we get the fastest flowing water on the outside of the bends, and again that forces the water through hydraulic action and abrasion to erode away the cliff. So now we can see as those necks get closer and closer together through erosion, we're starting to see the formations of a possible oxbow lake. So when we have floods, then it usually breaks through and finds the path of least resistance, and therefore when the flooding level goes down, we get oxbow lakes forming. Now, as we move down the river into the middle and lower courses, we're going to see floodplains and levees. So floodplains are the flat areas of marshy land either side of the river channel and found in the middle and lower course of the river. These areas are laterally eroded away gradually by the meandering river and therefore are prone to flooding. Now when the floodplain does flood, sediment is deposited either side of the riverbanks to form levees. Characteristics of levees that you're going to see are raised riverbanks, gravel, stones and alluvium on either side, grading of sediments with coarsest closest to the river channel, steep-sided but steeper on the channel side compared to the land, and a flat top. So we've got a few really good examples of different types of levees. These are in areas that are very prone to flooding, so there could be some intervention from humans there to try and shape the levee, but you can see the slope going down towards the river. This next picture you can actually clearly see the road, so obviously it's really important to try and defend and protect against the road and the houses on the other side. And this last example looks at levees down towards the lower course of the River Severn and the Severn estuary near Bristol, and you can clearly see the levees forming there. You can see the different levels of the floodplain, and again that is built up protection over years to protect the land behind it. So the River Severn ends its journey 354 kilometres later here at the estuary that enters the Bristol Channel. An estuary is where fresh water from the river merges with the salt water from the sea. So some of the characteristics we get at an estuary is we get a very high tidal range. Now the River Severn has a tidal range of around about 15 metres, and that's one of the highest in the world. It's very wide, with one of the old bridges measuring 3.2 kilometres, and then we also get mud flats. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe for more AQA GCSE geography videos coming this year, and check out some of my other geography videos on this channel.